Hi, it's Kristen here with another process video, and today I'm going to be working with Color Rush Studios Funny Bunny kit that came out in April. And I fussy cut out all the bunny rabbits with the balloons, and then this rainbow paper came in the kit. It was on a different paper, and so I fussy cut that out as well. And I am one of those type of people, when I fussy cut out my pieces, I really try to use all of the fussy cut pieces out on a layout. And I could have maybe considered doing a double layout with this, but I only had the one rainbow. So I was trying to work it all into just one page. And so you see me kind of working around trying to figure out different positions for these balloons. And I felt like it ended up getting to be a little bit too noisy. And at this point, when it's on the white paper, I'm like, well, it was kind of grouped like that a little bit when it was on the paper that I fussy cut out. So kind of what would be the point of fussy cutting everything out if I have it arranged similarly? So I end up going away from this and going back to the rainbow. I really wanted to work that rainbow onto the layout, because as soon as I saw the rainbow in the kit, my first thought was to fussy cut that out and get that put on a layout. And so you see me just here kind of like contemplating, moving things around a lot. And then I'm like, okay, I've got to get this rainbow on, and then I'll work around the rainbow. And so I do decide not to put all the fussy cut pieces out onto this paper or this layout, because, sometimes you go overkill on stuff. It tends to, distract away from how pretty some of these images are if it's too much on a layout. Okay guys, so I really messed up last night. I had turned on my camera, thought I was filming, and it ends up I was not. So I'm just gonna kind of adjust this here. So I didn't get a lot of the process of what I was doing here. But it's okay. It'll just be a really short process video. So I gone ahead and fussy cut out all these bunny rabbits, and then found this rainbow. This was part of which I show fussy cutting out too. That was all part of it, the same kit, just a different paper. This blue background cloud paper was some leftover paper that I had from Hip Kit, and then this is also Hip Kit paper. So essentially I just kind of layered everything. And the balloons, when I cut them out, of course there were like parts of it where it was cut out because some of the bunnies were over those pieces, so I just had to cut the balloons out. So I just layered them to kind of disguise that and hide it. And then these little clouds here were leftover clouds from another layout that I had done. I've got another one here, a couple more pieces here that I'll probably somehow get worked in there, just in that way I can get them used up. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I just have to get my photograph mounted and then decide on my title. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do there, but so that's where we're at now. And so I've picked out the photographs. They're pictures of my son going Easter egg hunting a couple years ago. And so I get them mounted, double mounted on white cardstock, and then some blue paper that was included in the kit. And I felt like a natural spot for that to be, for those pictures to be, would be right down at the bottom of the rainbow. So I'm just going to work on getting those placed where I like them. And then I'm going to work some more of those clouds onto the page. Some of the balloons are popped up, some of the clouds are kind of popped up. I did put foam under some of that just to kind of give it a 3D look. And then I did tuck some of the balloons and that up underneath the rainbows. I did consider using that acrylic piece, but I just felt like with the colors and all that on the page, I just felt like it was going to be too much. I find this cute little fabric bunny that I had purchased separately. And so I'm just trying to get a good spot there for that. And then the kit came with these die-cut eggs, which I thought were just really cute. So I was going to work a couple of those in there. So I'm just going to get these pictures mounted down. And then I decided for my title, I was going to do You Are Extra Special. And I think those are thickers that I bought at Joann's. So I'm just trying to work in those eggs, figure out where exactly I want those. I decided I like them tucked up underneath that part of the lettering there. So get those glued down. I like this blue egg over on this side. My son's favorite color is blue, so I figured get that worked in for him. And then I'm gonna get the bunny rabbit glued down. I did really consider using this little bunny rabbit. I just thought he was so cute, but I just felt like with what was all going on the page that it was a little bit too much. And I thought because it was so big compared to the pictures, I mean, not that it was bigger than the pictures, but I felt like it kind of took away from the pictures to an extent. So I will definitely use him on a different layout, but I thought he was really cute. I do put the year down here in some of those puffy stickers. I always try to put the year on all of my layouts. And usually I try to put the, write somewhere who it is in the picture. Although, I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult to figure out just for future. And I get the little fabric bunny. I hot glue him down just to make sure he's good and secure. And then here are some close-ups of the layout. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for coming to watch my process video again.